Hello everyone, TLSG here, back again with another Marvel Snap video. So for this one, it is another news post. So the last time I covered news, it was the new season started, the new pricing model for the Premium Pass. Now for this one, we have some good news. So Marvel Snap is now available, as of 4 hours ago, is now available in the Philippines. So this is an open beta, so anybody with access to that lives in the Philippines now has access to Marvel Snap. There's no more lists, no more waiting. If you live in the Philippines, if you're traveling to the Philippines, if you're from the Philippines, you can now access Marvel Snap directly from the App Store, so both iOS and Android. Now, with this, there are a lot of there's a lot of talk of different ways to potentially visit the Philippines for momentary purposes. And if you are at all tech savvy, I am sure that if you wanted to visit the Philippines, there are certain services like VPNs that could let you visit the Philippines momentarily to download the Marvel Snap game, the app. Now, the reason I think this is so big is that even if you are morally in line with not getting access before you're necessarily supposed to, this is a huge step because it is now on the App Store. It is an open beta. It's testing in smaller markets. That will open up the potential to begin expansion. And it does seem like they're wanting to bring it to a wider audience quickly. So with that, even if you don't want to visit the Philippines, it shouldn't be too much longer. I wouldn't think. It seems like they were trying to finish up the beta updates as quickly as they can, so that they can launch it to the larger market while there is this much buzz around the game. Now, the reason that I have the snap from the Marvel Snap, the official Marvel Snap Twitter, is that in response, the Gray Avenger now says in response, "I now live in the Philippines." And Second Dinner, which is the company developing Marvel Snap, they responded to the tweet with a wink. So for those of you that are worried about potentially getting banned, I think it's a very slim chance. I don't know that it is necessarily just a-okay, but I don't think it that response tells me that it is not necessarily at the top of their priority list. So with that, welcome to all of the new Philippines players. I cover news, I cover different deck builds. I have one coming out for the first pool of cards, so if you are truly new to the game and you are from the Philippines or just visiting, I definitely have some content for you, so stick around. The second thing that I want to cover today is they released some patch notes that should go live yesterday. My app, I hadn't updated my app yet. So I haven't seen the updates personally, but it's a fairly small patch note. There's no balances. There's no card balances at this point, and they have said that right now they can't push updates to the cards, so like hot fixes, without doing a full app update. And I think right now with the closed beta in the US, I think it is difficult for them to push out consistent updates. I think they have to go through several steps to be able to get everyone's app updated. I don't think it's quite as easy as pushing an update on the App Store itself. But for this, even though it is small, there's no balance changes. They have changed a couple of key things that I'm not necessarily a fan of, but I'm not necessarily hard pressed against either. So players are now able to purchase and store more credits on their accounts. So before it was capped at 2,000, as you can see here, it is now increased to 5,000. So you can now build up credits longer to either upgrade specific cards or just go on a collection spree and level up all of your cards all at once. Or if you're going to purchase credits, you can purchase more at once. And so they've also updated the collection level trophy road to include mystery boxes instead of card art variants. So with this, any location that on your collection log that would have been a card art variant, so as you get further up in the rank, you would get them somewhat often. Which with card art variants, these are basically skins in your other games. So think of League of Legends having a skin, or different hero cards, kind of to a point in Hearthstone. Just a large number of things. But these are like the premium variants. So they are cool art. They look unique. They look cool. But I think with so many along the collection log, they were worried that too many would be given out for free when they typically cost 750 gold to purchase whenever they're offered in the store. And so that is now going to be changed to instead of it being just a set card variant, it's going to be a mystery box. And they did release the rates directly from Ben Brody on the official Marvel Snap Discord. The drop rates are going to be 10% chance for a variant, 40% chance for 50 gold. So compared to the 750 is a huge value loss. 30% chance for 100 credits and 20% chance for 200 credits. So it's a pretty massive downgrade, but there's a couple ways to think of it. Being able to get those potential credits instead of card art variants, you're going to progress your collection log a little bit quicker. Just overall, if you get 200 credits, you'll be able to progress approximately 4 collection log levels. The card art variant, while you can level it up separately, you get the first initial discounted one that costs 25 credits for one level, but then after that it's 100 for 2, 200 for 4, so on and so forth. So while they do look cool, they don't serve as much to upgrade your overall collection. And the biggest bottleneck that I've seen and felt in the game is the credits so far. So I'm torn. Yes, I like the cool variant art, like different card arts, but at the same time, I do want to progress further. I want to unlock cards up until a certain point. I'm sure at a certain point, 1 or 2 collection log levels is not gonna really progress me much at all. As you get towards pool 3 or further, I would rather have a card art variant. But with this change, you do have a chance early on to progress quicker. So overall, I think it's okay, but it does seem like they're trying to go away from giving the card art variants away for free. Which, if you think about it, League of Legends, you don't often get free skins. And if you do, they're like the older, much older, kind of outdated skins that don't look as cool. And so if you want the really cool, unique ones, most often you're going to have to spend money to buy those, not get them along your normal progression. So I'm not dead set against it. It's just with it being in open beta or closed beta, open beta, they are still trying to figure out the monetization model, a lot of the different kind of balances, the different changes, and so a lot of people are getting stuck on the way something was when the closed beta first rolled out, and those things are going to change. I think we're going to see them change quite a bit more before the global launch. And so I think we're going to see a lot of changes really quickly, but just keeping it in an open mind that nothing that you're seeing or playing or experience is necessarily set in stone. So if this model is really, really negatively impactful, which I don't think it will be, then I could see them tweaking it further and maybe increasing your chances of a variant even further. And so I think the key thing to remember is that you still do have a chance. You have that sliver of a chance to unlock the card art variant, and then otherwise you either get some gold, which can be used to buy credits, even albeit it's a small amount, or you get just flat credits, which you can use for immediate progression. Now, the other changes that they included, you have always been able to do the free 50 credits once per day. But they are increasing the amount of times that you can purchase using 100. You can purchase 150 or 500 credits, up to 2 and 3 times per day, respectively. So before it was one time, and then you'd have to wait until the daily reset timer. So I think this is not going to impact a whole lot of people. I think it's going to impact maybe a handful of people upon their initial access to the app who wants to really progress really quickly. And then you have your whales that are going to be spending quite a bit of money. So they're kind of setting the whales free a little bit here. It's still not unlimited, so you can't just go crazy, spend hundreds of dollars and just completely unlock your collection log. But you can do quite a bit more than you could before. But overall, I think the fact that they are making so many tweaks and so many changes and they're trying to listen to the feedback is a really good sign from the developers. I think overall they are really responsive to the player feedback. They're really open to changing things as they go. And so I think overall these changes are not negatively impactful. I think there are going to be a few people that are going to be slightly upset just because it is cool to unlock the card art variant. But if you think of it as that is the premium skin, the premium like kind of representation of your support for the game, getting them for free shouldn't happen as often as it was before. And so just one more time, as you get to some of the higher collection log levels, what it was happening before, it was happening fairly often. So every 15 collection log levels, which is every couple of days, if you're doing all of your quests and unlocking all of the content, every few days or every day, depending on what you're getting and how much you're unlocking, you'd be unlocking a variant, which is just a very large amount of free skins that were going to be populated and distributed into the game. When they want to market those towards it's kind of the elite status. You want those if you want to show off your support for the game. And so overall, I don't have an issue with those going away. I think that it was cool that they were there. I think the boosters is the bigger issue here. Honestly, besides at the very start of the game, I have not been limited by boosters whatsoever. So I have 53 cards that are ready for an upgrade, at least one upgrade, and I have 50 credits. Like the biggest bottleneck is your credits, and so I getting a booster, it really does nothing for me at this point. Getting boosters unlocked, because it just goes towards kind of the abyss of me never going to be able to catch up, being able to catch up to that level. So I think some kind of maybe a mystery box there that has like a smaller chance for some credits would be better than just flat boosters. I think I'd be a little bit more excited about reaching that level versus just getting boosters that I'm not going to be able to use for a while. But anyways, guys, that is all that I have to cover today. It's a very quick video, but it is a really big, impactful update, being able to be open beta in the Philippines. That is a good sign for all of our Philippine friends, and a good sign for us that it is going to be moving to open beta in other regions. And so hopefully, and ideally, if the Philippines soft launch goes well, it will quickly roll out to the other markets. But that is all I have for you guys today. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. This has been TLSG. See you guys later.